What can 160 years of experience teach you about the future? A lot, especially when it comes to protecting what matters. At Pacific Life, we've helped people and businesses confidently embrace the future with life insurance, retirement income, and employee benefits. With strategies built on strength and trust, and a promise to be here for you today and tomorrow. Ask a financial professional how Pacific Life can help you today. Pacific Life Insurance Company, Omaha, Nebraska, and in New York. Pacific Life and Annuity, Phoenix, Arizona.
After 22 years on the radio, we couldn't stay quiet for long.
We're Lori and Julia, still loud.
Pop culture, gossip, books, TV, music,
and probably a little too much laughter.
Let's do this.
Hey, everybody.
Hello, Julia.
Thanks for hanging out with us. We just want to thank everybody. We've had great success. This is our third pod, Lori. And so many people have reached out, have listened. Thank you. Just remember that if you subscribe, automatic reminders come to you. Just a little note that a new episode's available. So it's kind of a way to remember, because we are available for new podcasts every Wednesday and Friday at 11 a.m.
Central.
Well, yes, all of you Europeans, you're a day ahead, and hello. Okay, so much has happened. The big album, Life of a Showgirl, dropped on Friday. Talk to me.
All right, Taylor. This album, well, you've listened to songs. I don't know if you've listened to the album in its entirety, but it's her 12th album, and I love this album because first of all, I love it when there's only 12 songs. I don't like it when an album has 24 or 40 songs or anything like that.
You lose track. It's too overwhelming.
And so this album is, I think I read this headline somewhere, is simple, just like real love should be. And Taylor has had a lot of love that hasn't been good, like anyone in the dating world, okay? And
she's good and bad.
Yes, and she's written all kinds of songs, but I love the album. I loved it on the very first listen to it. And this weekend, she brought to the box office, she did a 89-minute experience about filming the first video, which is The Fate of Ophelia. And so it was an 89-minute thing, played at 540 AMC theaters.
How much?
$33 million at the box office. To give you what the next best movie did, Dwayne Johnson with his Smashing Machine with Emily Blunt.
Which is supposed to be fantastic.
It opened with $6 million.
Wow, Lori.
So,
and I read a headline that Taylor Swift has done what no one has done since Prince, had the number one box office, had the number one album, and had, I don't know, views or something. Back then, we didn't have cell phones, but it was really like...
So like with Purple Rain.
Right, exactly. So
that's amazing.
It really is amazing. I really like it. And her last one, I loved Evermore and stuff, but I just really...
Too many slow songs, too many sad songs.
But I like that. But
you love that.
It was good and sappy for me, but this has a great combo of both.
To me, it seems more fun. It just seems, light and simple. Like she is just truly happy. And a couple of... Well, the immediate song that is just a bop and so much fun is Opalite, which is 100% about Travis Kelce, his birthday, something. But if you just listen to the lyrics, and it is so good. It is a master pop song, and it is just absolutely fantastic. The Fate of Ophelia, which is the first track on the album, I like that song because I like how Taylor... She did this with the first song that I fell in love with of hers, Love Story, which is the story of Romeo and Juliet, and they have a happy ending. So that's Shakespeare. Ophelia in Hamlet, she descends into madness and drowns herself in a muddy brook after Hamlet murders, I think, her father. So she flips it on her head. Ophelia, Travis Kelce saves her from the fate of Ophelia because he really sees her.
Oh,
and then the Elizabeth Taylor song, very, very danceable too. She name drops White Diamonds,
Elizabeth Taylor's
signature fragrance.
And one of the very first people to brand a fragrance, a celebrity.
I think she was the first.
Yeah, White Diamonds.
White Diamonds, which my mom loves and still
I know
has.
she does.
I believe I got her the last 2 bottles at Herberger's when they were closing.
I love that, Lori. I love
Herberger's. And then Father Figure, which interpolates a little of George Michael, Father Figure. That song is really about like Scott Borchetta from Big Machine Records, which sold her master albums. So she hates him, and she does have a great line in it, "My dick's bigger than yours," which I just love for Taylor. Dropping that Wood, which is just a horny and simple love song, to Travis Kelce's Wood. And it's the Swifties really, they go hardcore, but this is something I read. The song Wood is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. 230 centimeters equals 9 inches.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Wood.
Oh, for God's sakes.
Okay, is
Lori,
that good?
You, of course. That's pretty good that someone would figure that out.
The song Canceled, which people thought would be about Blake Lively, is pro Blake Lively. If you read the lyrics, listen to the song, their friendship is very much intact. Ruin the Friendship is not a diss track. It's a song, actually kind of the saddest song. It's about a high school crush that she wished she'd kissed, and I think he dies in a car accident or something. And the song that people are really, going crazy about is the song. It's called
the one about Charlie XCX.
Yeah, isn't it romantic?
Sure, I don't know.
I can't remember, but just to give backdrop on this song, we'll get the song in a minute. Charlie XCX opened for Taylor Swift on the Reputation tour in 2018, and she later told the music site Pitchfork she was grateful for the experience, but that it felt like I was getting up on stage and waving to 5-year-olds. She clarified on Twitter.
Waving to who?
5-year-olds.
Oh, okay.
She clarified on Twitter afterward that she'd meant no shade and that everything was good between the artists. Still, during the lime green reign of her album Brat last year, Charlie XCX released the song Sympathy is a Knife, which many people believe was about Taylor Swift. And in the song, Charlie XCX sings about feeling insecure around another woman. Quote, "Don't want to see her backstage at my boyfriend's show. Fingers crossed behind my back. I hope they break up quick." Backstory. Charlie XCX got married this spring to George Daniel, the drummer for the band, the 1975.
Oh, okay.
And Taylor Swift briefly dated Matt Healy, the lead singer of the 1975, and her fans went crazy because he's kind of a
crazy.
He's a dink, and so anyway, and many songs on the Tortured Poets department were about Matt Healy. Okay, so.
Love gives people bad love, breakups, romance gives people so much material to write songs about.
Right. And so in this song, did you figure out the name of it?
No.
Isn't it romantic or
I was supposed to do something.
Yeah, do something, would you? And Taylor has complimented Charlie's songwriting skills, but the Charlie XCX song, there's a line in it that says, "So I hear you call me boring Barbie when the Coke's got you brave," and then something about heard you were glad when the guy I was dating ghosted me, blah, blah, blah. So this song
is called Actually Romantic.
Actually Romantic.
Yes.
That song is about Charlie XCX, and it got back to Taylor that Charlie XCX, when she's coking it up, calls her boring Barbie.
Ooh. Oh, a boring Barbie.
Boring Barbie.
Oh.
So that song is 100%.
I kind of feel like a boring Barbie's kind of a compliment in a way.
Well, Taylor just, turns everything around and makes it be to the good for her. Her numbers on the first day, she had 250 streams on Spotify. She sold 2.7 million copies of the actual album on the first day, which is the second highest number of albums sold. Adele's in 2015 when she released 25.
Okay.
That sold 3.3 million.
Wow.
So even though Taylor, she had different covers and all of that. So she's doing really well. She was on Graham Norton showing off that beautiful ring and was just like giddy with delight, and we'll be seeing her on Jimmy Fallon and Seth Meyers.
Tonight?
Yeah.
I think it's tonight.
Well,
or whenever.
This week.
Yeah.
Because people aren't going to listen to this till Wednesday.
That's right,
Julia,
Lori.
so you have to get out of your radio thing of everything.
Sorry, but I do want to say something about Graham Norton's show. It's on the BBC, and I tape it every week. Last week it was Matthew McConaughey, Emily Blunt, The Rock, and some other guy. So Jeff was kind of watching it with me, and he goes, "Oh my gosh, what's wrong? Do the people forget to leave the couch?" And I said, "No, this is the beauty of the Graham Norton show. If you've never watched it, is there's 4 different people on the couch from different walks of life. And it's kind of like how it used to be on the Carson show when a guest would come on and then the next guest would come and they just moved down the couch. Yeah. So everyone was there and it was interactive.
I felt bad for the guests that were on there because you could tell Graham Norton only wanted to talk to Taylor, but Greta Lee from the Morning Show was on there, and so is
who's excellent,
Cillian Murphy.
Oh, yes. What is he in? Something? I don't know.
He's got some movie.
And I always want to call him Cillian.
Yeah, but you could just tell that,
that would be really
Graham
hard.
just wanted to talk to Taylor.
I'm sure he was giddy with the get.
Yes.
And the timing.
Yeah. So I really like the album, and I just think it's really a fun album. And I love that, the message in all of these songs is that basically, when she's singing anything about Travis in the multiple songs, just like that, he saw her, he got her, the vibes he gave off, he was happy for her success, not intimidating, not wanting to put her down.
Right.
All the other experiences where she was probably told, and people have been told this by someone that they love, you're too much for me. I'm not sure I can take you. And that's just crushing to hear.
I think it would be.
You've never had anyone tell you were too much, even in your dating?
I admit to Jeff regularly, I know I'm a lot.
Right, but he adores that about you. He doesn't try and squash that in you,
But that would be crippling. And you think of her relationship with Matt. Who was the English guy she was with forever?
Oh, Joe Alwyn.
And he didn't like press. She was like...
she had to hide her love for 6 years.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
She can't help it. She is fantastic.
And she's corny. And
I love that about her.
She wants to celebrate, the love that she has for Travis. I'm delighted by it. And if you haven't listened to Opalite yet, it is just a perfect song.
I got a big compliment from my stepdaughter. She says, we're listening to Taylor Swift and we're listening to you too.
Yes.
Because everyone wants to make sure... We're listening, Julia, because I've reminded everybody, don't forget to listen. Don't forget to listen to Still Loud. Okay, can we talk a little plastic surgery right now?
Sure.
And Minneapolis plastic surgery. I was watching, Housewives.
Oh.
And I think of how the women have changed since the first year on especially Salt Lake City. But one of the things I'm noticing, all of them for the better, they look beautiful, I think. Those women look beautiful. And I love about plastic surgery or, chemical peels or whatever you do, Minneapolis plastic surgery can help you.
But Dr. Jarvis would not do some of the tragic things that some of these housewives have done.
They go too far, some of
Their
them.
noses are too sculpted. He has a Midwest sensibility. To me, there's a look-alikeness that happens with a lot of West Coast, East Coast plastic surgery.
And he wants to bring out the you in you because as we age, things happen. I mean, our necks get saggy, our nose starts to go down, different things happen.
We're living in a modern, miraculous time. So if you want to do something,
it's a miracle, really, that we can do it. Call plastic surgery, Minneapolis Plastic Surgery today and schedule an appointment. And don't forget to tell them Lori and Julia sent you.
Well, speaking of plastic surgery, Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban.
Let me tell you a funny headline I got back from a friend because I'm like checking with her and she lives in LA part-time. And I said, what do you think of all this? And she goes, she got tired of being his mother and keeping him sober. Which I thought, okay, whoa. I haven't heard that take in a while. But so much new stuff is coming out about this, but yet not.
The one that made me laugh is our friend Neil, who's always very, very, very funny. He said something about Nicole is probably glad she no longer needs to share her Oscar with his flat iron that's plugged in right next to the Oscar.
That's really funny. That's funny.
But
and she was always taller. That never was an issue with those two. I think it's sad, but I think people are over it.
Well, I mean, when we talked about this last week, it was just a separation. And then the very next day she filed for divorce.
Right.
And he signed the divorce papers on August 29th. And she had just signed them like September 6th. So they knew that this was coming out. And I do think that Keith's team leaked it, which is what she was like, I think, hoping to have a coordinated attack on it. But when she filed for divorce with the source quotes about how she felt betrayed, and then it emerged that they'd already worked out the money, the parenting arrangement weeks ago. So the split was not happening in real time in public. With us finding out, the timing of it going public made it much more interesting. And this woman, Maggie Ba, the guitar player and fiddle player in Keith's band, on just this past Sunday, posted the clip of Keith changing the lyrics, the song "The Fighter," which is about he and Nicole.
Right.
When they're trying to get you, baby, I'll be the fighter. What Keith sang that night and what Maggie posted on her Instagram, when they're trying to get you, Maggie, I'll be your guitar player. So that was a flippin' choice by Maggie to post that.
And yet we hear she might have a boyfriend and blah, blah, blah. So she
leaned into that because she would like her name to be known. And
well,
now
we all know it, Maggie Ba.
And now
B-A-U-G-H or something?
Yes, and she's the new one. And Maggie is just kicking off her career. She's only 25 years old. I will say Keith does change his lyrics sometimes with whoever might be guest starring. So it's not something, but
she made a decision to go all in by posting that.
Yes, she did.
Yes, I'm the girl.
Well,
I mean, that's what it sounds like.
It's a choice that she made, and it was a real out loud choice. And getting back to the timing, though, so the gossip is that with people with connections in Nashville and Hollywood, those who know Keith have said he can't keep a secret, and all summer long he was evasive about something, and he did a couple of different interviews where he shut down any talk about Nicole.
Right.
With one person even asking him, how does it feel for to watch your beautiful wife make up with all these beautiful people and have all these beautiful sex scenes? I probably would have hung up too. But given that he and Nicole had already negotiated everything at least a month ago, word is he was the one who was pushing to make it public while she was waiting for a better time and concerned about her daughters getting back to school. Once they were settled in school, Keith was allegedly getting more impatient. So one theory that insiders had is that he initiated that leak a week and a half ago about their separation to force her hand, hence her abrupt decision to file for divorce the very next day. And it's hard to argue with the opinion that Keith is over it because this has not been his energy throughout his marriage. We've met them. Their energy was they were crazy, mad in love and not afraid to show it.
And we saw it at every award show because he would go with her, she would go with them more than you see other, Hollywood celebrities, couples and musicians support each other. They were really all in.
And Keith, his most recent album, High, which was released a year ago, is not performing as well as his previous records. It's not getting much country radio play, which I always find weird because I find him more of a pop and rock. And, I don't really think of him as country.
At some point, besides Taylor Swift, people don't always buy everyone's new albums.
Well, but it hasn't had any radio airplay, no traction.
I didn't even know it came out, Lori.
Yeah, it came out last November, and he was here at the Excel. He comes to Minnesota, all the time. But he's been on tour since May. That hasn't helped. Just before that, he was filming a new reality competition show, which comes out on October 19th. Taylor Sheridan and Blake Shelton are behind this, and it's called The Road, and it's about artists competing for a chance to open for Keith. So it'll be interesting to see if he does any press, but it's also interesting to note that Taylor produces Nicole's show, The Lioness, or just Lioness on Paramount, which is a great show. And they're moving ahead with season 3. And this past weekend, she had her first public appearance presenting Taylor Sheridan with an award. And he's involved in this show,
Yep,
with Keith. So anyway, you tell me who's the more valuable talent between these two exes.
Lori,
None of this is looking great for Keith. He
No,
tried
I
to
know
get
it.
a story out there through unnamed sources that he begged her not to do the movie Baby Girl.
it's so ironic because since the beginning of time, that's what he's called her.
It's tattooed on the back of his
I know
neck.
in everything, and that the name of this movie is Baby Girl. That she could have said maybe we could name it something else. That name is something special to my husband and I. I don't know.
But that's how he's kind of trying to fight it, because anyone who's seen the movie Baby Girl, I've just seen clips and read about it.
It was horrible.
She's a CEO and a younger man teaches her the ways of BDSM.
Whatever. It's so bad, Lori.
But
it is
very
so bad.
explicit.
But it doesn't even matter because it's
But
so bad
is
you
it
can't watch it.
explicit?
All right, fine. I think so. I feel like I didn't even. I know I watched it.
And you felt for the husband. I heard he was the only person that anyone liked in the movie.
Yeah.
And it came and went without anything.
It was not even a bleep.
But she makes 88 movies and TV shows a year. I mean, I don't know if that's really true, but she works a lot. But she spent the summer shooting Practical Magic, and she wrapped earlier this year on Scarpetta, which she insisted on filming in Tennessee to employ film crew there. And then she's doing David E. Kelly's new series, Margot's Got Money Troubles. So, and season 3 of Big Little Lies is in pre-productions, and there are 3 other projects. So she's
always
busy,
working.
and as busy as he is. And now she's single, and she's going to be parenting the overwhelming majority of the time. Almost every gossip who is a parent, and you are one of those, will have clocked those custody numbers: 305 days for Nicole, 59 days for him, or whatever the math is.
And they live in the same town.
Yes, and they will, because their girls are 14 and 17. But anyway, now she's our baby girl.
Is that the moral of that long story? This is what's happening?
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's good information, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's just what's happening.
I'm still going to be a
behind the
fan of both.
Absolutely, but I do look a little, I'm raising a lightly Botoxed eyebrow at Keith just a little bit, because I think he all of a sudden got frustrated with his wife's job that has always been her job, and she's always had all kinds of scenes. And maybe Julia, because of his age, his testosterone is going down, and nothing makes olderwood feel better than new, you know what.
The new young 25-year-old.
That's right.
New young 25-year-old.
And because it's, a balm to his ego. So he's a man, so we cannot discount that. That is sometimes where they go for reinforcement of
ego
self.
petting.
Yeah.
Ego petting, as it were. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, Lori.
So.
The thing that I kind of was shocked about this weekend is I read that Cardi B's baby daddy for her 4th child is Stefon Diggs from the Minnesota Vikings. I never knew they were even dating.
Oh, they've been together for, I don't know, maybe 9 or 10 months. When she finally got rid of that no good Offset, she and Stefon Diggs have been a thing. Was he a Viking?
Yes, he was the Viking that caught the big thing that before the
big
Eagles,
football?
I think they call them footballs. Before we went on to, we were going to go into the playoffs, and we were against Philadelphia. The year the Super Bowl was here, Lori.
Yeah, okay.
But the other thing that I thought was really funny is that she has, and I don't know if you know this term, a canyon piercing.
She's a butt piercing?
Have you ever called your butt crack a canyon?
Well, if I was having explosive diarrhea, I might.
But she had a canyon.
I didn't know that was the term.
Okay, I never knew it, and it just looks to me. That
seems like a not, like, where is it?
Up high on the crack.
Oh,
high on the crack. But it just, to me,
I think you should think about 100 times before you do that. That does not seem safe or sound.
It doesn't. But she lost her $13,000 diamond down the toilet. It fell out.
Word.
It fell out.
Okay,
so
all I can say about that
canyon piercing,
a canyon piercing, is that you are somebody who likes booty play. Okay, you want someone.
You want
someone
bling to check out the bling.
Well, I think it's called, salad tossing is another term for when people.
Don't you remember when we came out?
It was on Girls.
Yes,
very
years
famous.
ago.
Yeah.
But don't you remember when we, way back in the day, were starting to do line extensions for our Body Perk nipple enhancers because our name was Body Perks, and then we were going to do bling stem gems basically at the time for thong underwear because the low-ride jeans were in style.
Yes.
And we were going to come up with jewelry that you would wear.
That would peek out.
Yeah, that would peek
brilliant.
out.
That's brilliant. That's a fake good way of just letting people
stem
know.
Remember Stem Gems is just coming out for everyone's wine, and everyone had to have a stem gem. And we were like, how about underwear gems, little jewelry?
Yeah, so you don't have to pierce your backside if that is an area of
because
enjoyment.
inevitably, if you bent over even like a half a foot, you would see your butt crack because those pants were so low. I did like the low rider though. I don't know why I did.
You still walk around with your underwear hanging out of your ass and out of your jeans. You always wear your pants too low and never with the belt.
Oh, Lori, don't tell everyone. But canyon piercing. And now that I'm talking about that, my last kind of obscene thing that I'm going to talk about today is Mariah Carey was on Watch What Happens Live. I think it was last week with Andy Cohen. And because she's Mariah Carey, she made Andy flip where he usually sits.
Well, the first time she was on, when she gave her famous "I Don't Know Her" about J-Lo, he switched seats and sat in not the host seat, but gave it to her because that's her side she likes.
Yes. So I just thought, oh gosh, we still, play up to her. She's got a new album out.
Getting good reviews, but getting no airplay, no love. But it is actually kind of an R&B. It's really good. There's some great songs. It's like a return to Mimi.
And she does a remake of My Love from Paul McCartney and Wings.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
My Love
Oh,
does
I know the
it
song.
Good.
Is it fantastic?
I loved it. I love the new album, but one of the funniest questions I thought that was asked, because Andy just can never let her.
She said it on his show originally, her famous quote.
Yes,
he was playing the who do you know game, and he said, how about Jennifer Lopez? And she said, I don't know her. And it's become very famous. I don't know if she was on a show like 8 years ago because people are like, come on, you guys are the same age. And
she clarifies always, I don't know her. I know of her, but I don't know her.
Right.
So she gets into a little of that. But the one question that made me laugh so hard is...
Did he ask it again?
No, he asked something completely different. What do you think of Nick Cannon insuring... Cannon? Nick Cannon,
not Canyon. We were talking about canyon piercing.
Thank you.
But now we're on Cannon.
Nick Cannon insuring his junk. And she just had the most disgusted look on her face and like, next, please.
Yeah, she's not going to say that because she's got the 2 kids with him and then her kids.
Moroccan and Morocco.
Rock and roll.
But I thought it was really, because she was like...
Because her kids have like 12 siblings.
And all are about the same age because he...
And they all with different, so I can't imagine that
the
Mariah is encouraging a relationship.
No, the eye roll was epic, and she's doing some Vegas Christmas shows.
Well, this will be perfect for her because that woman does not move on stage. And she told Andy that the reason why she doesn't move is it's taking everything to sing her songs. But I saw her at Caesars a few years ago, and I mean... She moved like a wooden marionette doll. I mean, she just barely moved. She doesn't like moving.
No. She almost thinks she should just be on a dolly and they can just spin it and turn it.
I think she was actually carried. She comes in on a chaise lounge. I mean, so the Christmas, that'll be fun. And she'll hopefully sing new songs from her album. And she's just fine. She's coming into her money season now.
I know it. And that's what basically he said, because he said, can you tell me how much you make off royalties for All I Want for Christmas? And she's like, Andy, no. And he goes, I mean, come on, give me an idea. And she just says, a lot.
A lot.
And for her, I'm sure it is a lot.
I think it's like maybe 5 million.
I don't know, Lori.
Might be more.
I don't know.
More.
Because for her to say a lot, it has to be a lot.
Well,
you know what I mean?
5 million, not a lot anymore in the new world.
I don't know, but you were so disappointed in how awful she was when she sang at the VMAs. You just said, I didn't watch that part of it, and you're like, oh, Why was she even there?
Sometimes she sings with very little passion. It felt wooden, and I sometimes want more. But yes, here's what it is for Mariah Carey. She earns an estimated $2.5 to $3 million annually in royalties and streams, and
for that one song,
she's earned over $60 million in royalties for "All I Want for Christmas" since its 1994 release. So just every year she can count on
over $60 million.
Yeah, she can count on.
Why
$3
can't
million.
we write songs, Lori?
Oh yeah,
that would be another thing to make money at, but we're too lazy.
Yeah, well, we're not songwriters either or singers.
Okay,
so.
were you surprised at all when the news broke about Lori Loughlin and Mossimo breaking up?
Not at all. I thought, what took so long?
I did too. Ever since College Gate.
Varsity Gate.
And
they both went to prison.
They both went to prison, and they superimposed their daughter in a rowing picture to try to get her into UCLA or something.
Yeah.
Which they didn't need to do.
It didn't surprise me. You know, her acting career has come back a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them blames the other for instigating this whole
the blame
thing.
game, I was reading more. He blames her.
Okay, so
he blames her more.
Just like Felicity Huffman has said that William Macy could have been mad and divorced her because she was the one who insisted on doing
100%
the cheating for her daughter.
Yep.
So it doesn't surprise me. She was spotted the day before they announced they were breaking up, and they're just saying it's a separation. She was spotted hugging
Trapper.
James Tupper.
Trapper.
Tupper, I think his name is. He was Anne Heche's ex. And then he was spotted.
And they share a child together.
And who? Anne Heche, that guy. Yep. Yeah. And then he was spotted, quote unquote, getting cozy with a hairdresser.
Oh.
So they've been living separately. I just think it was about to come out. You know, he made a ton of money with his line Mossimo at Target. I still have some long sleeve V-neck
But have you
tees.
ever even seen anything new from his Mossimo in years?
Well, he doesn't have his Target deal anymore.
I mean, but besides Target.
But he made a ton of money, like maybe $25, $30 million on that Target deal. So you're set.
You are. Well, but not in Hollywood. Those people spend money like crazy.
Yeah, but, you know, he probably just got done. He was done designing for the masses. And then his name Mossimo couldn't be for anything more than that, maybe because it was too tied to Target. Oh. So he's been a man who's been stifled in his creativity, my theory.
Okay, all made up. But I love it that you end it with your theory.
My theory is
that people need to know about Envision distinctive eyewear.
Oh my gosh, let's talk beautiful glasses. I'm trying to think who I saw on just a show with really great eyewear, and I thought, those kind of look like glasses that Envision would sell at one of their locations. They might have been, I just can't think. It might have been Fossa Foss, or they might have been
and some of
the Garrett Late or Matsuda, which Oprah always wears the Matsuda glasses. They're so fabulous.
They're so fabulous. But one of the things about Envision is that even though we've got glasses, even just this weekend, I was wearing a pair of Envision glasses, an old Fossa Foss pair, but I love. My friend's like, let me take a picture of those. Where'd you get them? And I'm like, Envision. They're classic looks. They keep up with the trends, and it's just enough of a tweak, but they're eyeglass whispers. They can really figure out what works well on you. They're such quality. We absolutely love it. Going in there, trying on glasses. It's no pressure.
Yeah, and the investment is worth it because it's just like dollars per day because you can't have the glasses so long.
And really, a way to update yourself if you don't want to go get a new wardrobe or other things is just to get a great pair of glasses because it's the best fashion accessory out there. Envision has 4 great locations in Minnetonka, in the North Loop, in Galleria, and on Grand and Victoria in St. Paul. Don't forget to tell them Lori and Julia sent you. There we go.
Oh, can I just get back to Showgirls for one, Life of a Showgirl for one?
The Taylor Swift album.
Taylor Swift, because...
I didn't hear from anybody who went to the movie. Have you heard from anybody who went?
Yes, I know someone who went to the movie, and the movie was clean. In other words, all the songs it took out, words like dick or any of the bad words that were used. So it was
because I'm sure the average audience age was younger.
Exactly.
Yeah, good.
Exactly. But the in the video, The Fate of Ophelia, she's, in a bathtub in a showgirl outfit. I want to just give you the story behind the showgirl outfit. So this outfit that she's wearing, it was originally designed for Jubilee, the lavish review.
We know that
in
at
Vegas,
Bally's.
At Bally's from 1981 to 2016. That show became Las Vegas' longest running production.
Yes.
It featured more than 1,000 costumes that Bob Mackie made in collaboration with the designer Pete Menefee for the show. The costumes, gemstone, and featherwork was done in France. And to complete all the looks, it took more than a year, and the expansive wardrobe was said to have caused a Swarovski crystal shortage because so many stones were needed when they had every showgirl up on stage in the finale. You couldn't believe your eyes, Mr. Mackey said, and it was so wild.
You saw that,
I
didn't
saw
you?
that
And
show
Casey, I know went
right before it closed.
in 2016. Right. I remember you
And
guys
it's-
going. And Bally's used to be such a great hotel,
Yeah, now it's the Horseshoe.
which
And-
seems so
yeah.
weird because I was downtown, but it's on the strip now.
Yeah. So anyway, but she's not he didn't design this one, but it is an exact copy.
A replica of it.
Of the
Okay.
Jubilee Las Vegas
Well, that's a good
Showgirls
find, Lori.
ensembles. Yeah, thank you, New York Times.
Thank you, New York, New York Times. You know who you are. I kind of like that. All right, so let's talk a little TV because you said, Julia, you walk in my house because we, of course, are sitting at my dining room table, and you're like, Julia, did you watch The Lost Bus? And
That's a movie.
it's a movie that's streaming on Apple Plus
Yes.
with Matthew McConaughey and
America Ferrera.
Yes. So lo and behold, last night we start watching it, and it's takes place when the fire went in Paradise, California, in 2018. That terrible fire. We started watching it, and all of a sudden, welts. I just started itching everywhere, and I have like welts all over my arm. I don't know what I was cleaning. I was cleaning some screens yesterday, and I just got attacked. So I had to go take Benadryl from 2012 because that's
What
all I
does
had.
this have to do
Nothing.
with the movie?
But then I was itching so bad I lost interest, and so I didn't finish it.
Oh.
Because I just stopped. I said, I can't do this anxiety right now. I'm too itchy. I just can't do it.
Yeah, this movie is fantastic. It only was in theaters for like 2 weeks. And it's directed by Paul Greengrass, and he's
What does this have to do with the movie? I'm just I'm laughing.
But Paul Greengrass, he gave us the Bourne movies with Matt Damon.
Oh, I love those.
Captain Phillips, United 93. He's a really terrific movie guy. And I read an interview where Bloody Sunday, he did that one, but he was driving in his car and he heard this woman who wrote this book about the Paradise campfires. And he's listening to it, and she's telling this story about this bus driver, Kevin, who has to go and pick up 22 kids whose parents weren't able to get to them as they were evacuating the town. And he called his producing partner, and he said, there's a story in this book that's the movie. I don't care how much it costs.
Get it?
Get it, because
Get the rights?
I'm seeing a vision. And they actually filmed it in New Mexico, and they set what you're seeing. A lot of it is what they set with controlled.
I can't even.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's really amazing, and it's very harrowing, very intense. McConaughey is fantastic.
I was so stressed out.
America Ferrera was really good, but it's also, just showing a spotlight on these fires. They're so devastating because when the campfire.
This was started in the movie from an electrical.
That's how it started in real life. PG&E
Yeah.
was ultimately fined like $3.5 billion for starting it because 88 people died, and who knows how many other were traumatized. But prior to that, the biggest fire in the United States was the Hinckley Fire.
You're right. In
And-
1925
or
There's
whatever
still,
year.
that's a turn off to the cabin, and I always see the monument.
The Hinckley Fire Monument. And the
And I'm lying about 1925. I don't know what year it is, but whoever wrote the book about the Hinckley Fire, which we've always supposed to read, which is someone we know.
I read the book.
Okay,
I read
but
the
who
book
wrote
about
that?
It. It's the same guy who wrote The Lost Boys.
Yes.
About the rowing.
Yeah, The Boys in the Boat.
The Boys in the Boat. It's that same author.
So
And
you did read that book?
I did.
I heard it was great.
It's fantastic, and it's a terrifying read, and Daniel James Brown is the author. And I don't know what his Hinckley Fire book is called, but it was on the a real life story, but the way
Under a Flaming Sky.
Yeah, it's terrific.
Oh, actually, this is how far off I was. It was September 1st, 1894.
Yeah, and like 500 people died, and people couldn't get out.
2,000 people were trapped.
Yeah.
How scary. But that's supposed to be, so you read that. Because
Yeah, I read the book.
I've kind of had that on my list, Under a Flaming Sky.
Yeah.
But that's the TV show, this movie, The Lost Bus was, I
give it an A+ 5 stars. It was so good. It was just so intense. You felt like you were there.
I did.
It was, but that's, I think, a Paul Greengrass thing with his movies. If you look at his other movies, because Captain Phillips, remember how tense that was?
So tense.
And any of the Bourne. So he's just really good. And it's nice to see Matthew McConaughey again. And I was delighted to see America Ferrera playing Mary, the real life. They're the two real people that are portrayed in this movie. And then the kids were terrific.
I have to go back. I was literally, I couldn't focus. I was just itching to death.
Toya, you were itching.
Course,
Yeah.
Of course. But I'll go back. But
Watch it.
There's something right now, because the other TV show that you said so great, Black Rabbit.
Black Rabbit with Jude Law and Jason Bateman. Loved that show. Cried like a baby at the end.
I was so stressed out.
Yes, that's one of the reasons why I loved it.
Because this is why I quit watching Ozark way back in like the third
No,
season.
that was a stressful show.
I can't be this stressed.
Oh, so good.
Watching it, even though I know it's fake. I just get so stressed out.
But that is the hallmark of a good show. On the edge of your seat is what you want. Did you finish it?
No, heavens no. I didn't even make it through the first episode.
Oh, no, that is ridiculous. It's just like you give a book 50 pages. You need to give an episode. You have to at least give one whole episode to a show.
It was
but
so
really
fun
two.
seeing Jude Law.
Watch it. It's so good.
Really?
It's
All right.
so good. But maybe watch it when you're not distracted.
Because we started watching that and I'm like, okay, suddenly I'm picking up my Kindle.
Well-
I'm reading at the same time. I start cleaning like the Vikings game this past weekend.
Well, then for sure you're not going to want to watch Monster.
Oh, I would never watch
on
it
Netflix.
anyway.
The Ed Gein Story starring Charlie Hunnam.
And who even is Ed Gein again?
Ed Gein is this guy, a Milwaukee or Wisconsin area farmer who was convicted of 2 murders, but he more had a fascination with dead bodies and taking their skin. And he is his real life character. It's, the nation was spellbound whenever he was arrested. I think it's after World War II. Inspired Psycho, the Norman Bates character.
Oh, that's from this?
Inspired the guy who wrote Silence of the Lambs, the Buffalo Bill character who's making a robe out of women's skins.
Oh, yeah.
And Texas Chainsaw Massacre old Leatherface, who wears a mask of skin. So it is.
Did you like Laurie Metcalf, his mom?
His mom. Oh, you know what? This is either is your show or it is not your show. It is highly disturbing. Ryan, the guy who did Monster.
Yes, Ryan, come on, Ryan.
I'm having a brain fart
no,
right now.
I'm going to find it. Just wait.
He did Glee and...
I know, Ryan Reynolds. No, Ryan.
Not Ryan Reynolds.
No, Ryan. What's Murphy?
Murphy. He did Monster, the Menendez brothers. He did Monster, Jeffrey Dahmer, which I dropped out after 4 episodes. And that now he's doing this. And it is so disturbing that my mom said to me, she goes, I just love Charlie Hunnam. And he made the rounds. He was on talk shows and he's beyond charming. I mean, he was on with Seth Meyers and told him that Gary Oldman from Slow Horses came up to him at the Emmys and said, by the way, chap, you don't know me, but my wife and I think you should play James Bond.
Oh, Oh, wouldn't he be perfect?
Yeah, the only thing is, will they do 2 blonde bonds in a row? I don't know, but
There's hair color, Lori. There's dye. There's dye available to men.
But Charlie, we do. There was one welcome sight. We do see him buck naked, and if you remember from Sons of Anarchy, what a glorious rear end and back he has.
I never watched that.
Oh, you didn't? Because that was show's tense too.
I can't. I've decided as I'm reading the lightest, fluffiest book about 2 people who just met. I think I got it from your bonus daughter.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, these intense things. Wow.
Yeah.
But that's what.
And the thing I picked up from just watching one episode, his mother was truly a sick woman. She used religion and verbal and emotional abuse and having her sons be naked. I mean, she was just a nut under the guise of religious.
Is Laurie Metcalf so good in this role?
She's pretty good, but Charlie Hunnam, he talks in, I guess he listened to the only courthouse, someone got him access to the confession of Ed Gein at the local sheriff's department. He had this very high kind of soft voice, but he clearly was
Capote.
Yeah, he was clearly schizophrenic.
Oh.
And I think Ryan Murphy is thinking that all these monster shows where he's showing, dramatizing real life monsters, he's a big fan of Truman Capote's In Cold Blood, which is the first book to fictionalize a true crime story, and people could not stop reading it. And then they made a movie out of it. But it's kind of like, why do so many women watch true crime documentaries?
Well, this is true. In 2020 and things like that, where you're always
all
seeing
these
crimes.
Things.
Yeah.
I mean, there's this documentary out called Unknown Number, the catfishing story of somebody.
Oh, that is the most disturbing one. Don't give it away. That is the most disturbing.
Did you watch it?
Oh, of course I did.
Yeah,
Long time
about the high school
My kids
girl
told me about it.
and her boyfriend, and she's getting all these marriages, and the twist at the end is something else.
That is an unwanted, unknown number.
Unknown Number.
On Netflix. It's just one episode.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's a movie. It's a
movie.
movie.
It's like a 90-minute documentary or something. Yeah. But so people are...
Did you watch that?
No, I haven't, but my hairdresser, Jane, was telling me about it. But
it's unbelievable.
So sometimes, all I thought of it after I watched the first Monster Ed Gein thing was, I wish they would bring back Mindhunters. Truly one of the best TV shows. We only got 3 seasons of it, and it was the true life story of these 2 guys who started
psychological profiling, wasn't it?
Profiling of serial killers and getting people who were in prison for these terrible, terrible crimes, trying to come up with a profile of how they thought. It was very, ahead of its time.
Right.
And of course, it's something that the FBI uses right now. And of course, Claire Reese in Silence of the Lambs is a trained FBI profiler.
Jodie Foster.
Another
movie I had a hard time watching. I Don't Like to Be Uncomfortable is maybe it.
I do. I
know you
love
do.
the, all that thing, but I'm not sure about
Ed
Ed Gein, but I don't know the story.
Would I like it?
Oh, hell no.
Okay.
No, absolutely not. You can't even sit through Black Rabbit, a fictionalized caper about a guy who owes money to some bad guys. I mean,
what is that? I really get anxious.
And did you notice in Black Rabbit, maybe you didn't because you haven't gotten to the second episode.
No, I
but
would
the
never.
Head of the crime family is the guy from Coda. That actor. And he's deaf in the show.
Yes.
And he is so menacing and so good. I encourage you to go back to Black Rabbit just to enjoy Jude Law and Jason Bateman and the
Troy Koster.
Yeah, Koster, Troy. He was really good. And it was nice to see him on screen. Because how many opportunities are there for deaf actors?
Yeah, remember how much we love Coda.
And he is so good as the leader of this crime family who's deaf, and everyone around him knows signing.
Right.
And he is so menacing without saying any words.
All right, so you Black Rabbit thumbs up, Ed Gein TBD.
TBD.
And then The Lost Bus.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And then the other one I'd say is the House of Guinness
I haven't started it yet.
on Netflix. It starts slow. Know that
First of all, people,
episode is slow.
We do other things besides watch TV all the
Julia,
time.
you don't need to apologize for me. I've watched all these shows in the 75 weeks I've had off. I could have jumped in on any show and weighed in.
Okay, so the Guinness.
House of Guinness, based on the real life Guinness family, the brewing family.
The very dark beer.
Yes, and which tastes so much better in Ireland and England than it does in the States. I don't know what happens to the casks when they get coming over.
Because you're not a beer drinker. Well, you're a Miller Lite girl.
Oh, that's the best.
That's right.
Yeah, but a black and tan in Ireland is chef's kiss. So good. So good. But the show is good. Haven't quite finished it yet. The first episode was slow, setting up the story. You'll recognize the eldest Guinness guy he was in Masters of War, and he's a real cute, good-looking guy. But the cast is really good, but there's a lot of people in it because there's 4 children. The head of Guinness has passed away. It's set, I want to say, in the 1890s in Ireland. There's an American story element, but I would say it's like Sopranos meets Downton Abbey.
Oh, all right.
How do you like that description?
Well, I could do that.
Yeah, I think you'll like it, and there's some love story in it. It also touches upon homosexuality and just like people's lives would be ruined, and if the more wealthy you were, the more you had to keep it hidden, and it just is. It's very well done.
Okay,
it's very well done. But just know the first episode is slow.
They're doing the setup.
They're doing the setup. They're setting up all these different storylines.
Are you done setting up storylines for people today?
I could be. I could. Say. Ciao to everybody.
Ciao.
Right now and
ciao, Bella.
Ciao,
Arrivederci. Au revoir. Au revoir. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. We'd love it. Thanks for hanging out with us. We so appreciate it. We're just having so much fun being back. Have a great day, everybody. Job done. Off we go, Laura.